for bringing your truck in, because today we're going to do something really fun. We're going to compare two identical trucks that are, how much difference is there?
Dude, they're not identical.
Are you kidding me? Two F-150s that are both hybrids, that both have the same powertrain. But how much money separates these two F-150 hybrids?
I was just talking to producer Jay,
Yes.
and I think there's a cross-track, a Subaru cross-track between them. About $30,000 separates this base XL versus the King Ranch.
So in this live show, we're going to not only answer your questions, but I'm going to drill down into Andre's ownership experience. You've had your truck now for what, a year and a half?
Yes.
Yes. So you've lived with it. How many miles are on it?
Almost 14,000.
That's not,
Not a lot of miles, because I'm fortunate to drive out of trucks for testing.
But it's long enough to know what the problems, and is it coibles, Jay? Is that a word?
Coibles?
Coibles.
Sure, we can go with that.
Feel free to let me know in the comments below if it's not a word.
Quibbles.
Quibbles? How about niggles? That's
We can go with that.
Yeah.
No giggles.
No giggles. No. Niggles and giggles.
Well, actually, giggles, yes.
All right, before we do a walk around, let's actually answer the question I asked.
Yes.
How happy are you with your F-150, and how much did you pay for it?
So this is XL. By the way, I spec this. I ordered it. I went to the dealer.
Custom built truck.
Custom built. Ford specifically built this one for me because a lot of you have been asking, is the hybrid available in the XL? Yes, it is. It's available across the ranges, but it's only available as a crew cab, at least now. I think you also can get the extended cab with a longer bed, but most of them are actually crew cabs. And I paid just over $51,000 for it.
Okay.
So it starts, if it was totally bare bones, with like no towing package, it would be around like 45-ish.
Okay, so what did you add to it? What? Obviously not bigger wheels and tires.
No. And we can show those. Show those. Come over here.
Yeah, that's the one comment we get all the time.
So these are Steely's 17s. By the way, the tire itself, the compound and the maker are the same between these two. These are the Pirelli Scorpion ATRs.
And while you're down there, Cole, show me the other tire on the...
We have lots of Scorpions. You see them? Scorpions. But the sizing is quite different. This is almost a 33 with a 20-inch wheel. This is like a 31.5-ish smaller tire with a 17-inch wheel. So I did not, obviously the tires are base. I added big mirrors.
You did, yes.
So I customized, I ordered big mirrors. I chose this Velocity blue color.
And Cole, show me the difference between the big and the small mirrors while you're there. You can see the difference. Those are big boy towing mirrors that you got, Andre.
Yeah, and you know what?
Show what they do, Andre.
Look at that. You can extend them. This is all manual. This is work truck territory. I don't want to do this here because these are powered. I canceled a couple of boating trips over the COVID time, so I haven't towed as much as I would like. But I still put about 1,500 miles maybe with a trailer. So this truck is very just kind of basic, but I wanted the towing package. I wanted the climate package. Let me show you inside. Let me show you here. So if you could see here, I do have my kind of an automatic climate system.
Apparently, Andre, our lav mics are not working, so we're using that mic. So I got to be next to you. Sorry.
Oh,
if that's okay.
This my mic or
both of them aren't working. So we're using the full mic, which is fine.
Okay.
All right. So keep going. You were saying.
So I added towing package, mirrors. I added a climate control system, which is the automatic one. So it's one luxury item there, and everything else kind of remained the same.
Did you order yours, and how long did it take for you to get yours?
So this was way back because I wanted to be the first.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to be first to get this new F-150 hybrid, and I ordered it. Gosh, it took months. Because I ordered it before the production started, and then it took I want to say 6 months or so to actually get this to the dealer in February of 2021.
Now the big news, of course, this year is that Ford is closing the order books already for the F-150.
For the 22 model year.
Yeah, 22. So if you haven't ordered yours, you're not going to get one, unfortunately. And of course, it has to do with supply chain issues and the popularity of new vehicles that we're not getting as many on the lots as once upon a time we did. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
So Took a while. You special ordered it. What did you add on to it yourself? I see a tonneau cover. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did. I also did. Let me show you. Actually,
show us. Yeah.
Our good friends at WeatherTech.
Yes.
I got some floor mats because the vinyl floor is here, but I wanted something I could dump easily. Some dirt and they helped us out with this and also the mud flaps. Let me show you the mud flaps. So this is also was a WeatherTech addition. And even a dummy like me, Roman, I put these on myself in about like 10 minutes per side. So it was quite simple.
Yeah, WeatherTech, of course, is partnered with us. So this is part commercial, but Andre, of course, did this on his own.
Well, yes. And then I bought this. This is my tonneau cover. And now we can get to the section of the video where we show kind of contrast the two. Because you would think this would just fall down, right?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, I was worried.
I added this myself. Look at this, Roman. I added the shock absorber here, the strut. So that was just me. And I had to lose one of my bottle openers. So there's nothing here now. And I still have my little tie down on this side.
So how much was that little
little strut?
Yeah.
That was like $35.
Wow, that is that's a good solution. And then one thing I want to show here, Cole, is the power, right? What makes these trucks unique
is the actually inverter power. So I still have 7.2 kilowatt. That cost me about $750. So that was not available as a base hybrid option. So this costs a little bit more.
Now, if you guys have been watching TFL, you know that one of the things we did was we tried to power the house with Andre's truck. So those videos are out there. We actually managed to do it finally on the second try. But let's go over here and look at the King Ranch.
Yes, and find out where the $30,000 went.
Yeah, where did that $30,000 go? First of all, I think it went. Come on, open up. It went right there. Look at that. And I bet you can just punch it and close it as well. So I think it's self-closing, right? So that's a big deal. Look at that.
I could only dream of this. I can only dream of this on my truck.
But nevertheless, it's pretty cool. And then in here, of course, you open it up is the step. So
I don't have this. I don't have a ruler in my tailgate either.
And I don't want to take this out, but there's a step that you can use to get in the truck.
And look, there are cleats, additional lights in the bed and cleats. I don't have that either.
Yeah, so lights, cleats, but really only 4 tie downs, Andre. Not grand. I gotta say, you can't have enough tie downs in the bed of a truck. Actually, I'm wrong. There's 2 more here, so there are 2 more there. So 8 tie downs. I'm wrong. 8 tie downs.
Yeah, but these are extra. You have to pay for these cleats, so that's why I don't have them.
And look, hit the little button there by your hand.
Ooh, I don't have that either.
Yeah, that's nice.
No.
Yeah. So some of this stuff is very nice and very expensive. I believe with Ford, you have to pay for the bed liner as well, right? So
it's about $500.
It's about $500, like all the manufacturers. And if you guys are thinking about bed lining a truck and you want to use like Line-X or one of the other companies, it's going to be about $500. So
no matter what.
Yeah, I say if you're going to do it, just do it at the factory because I don't think you're going to say unless you do it yourself. But that's a whole different ball of wax.
And I think factory has a better worked out process to do it. So there's a couple of questions coming in, Roman.
Yeah, let's hear them.
So the first question is from...
Andre, no. Oh, you got it. There you go.
Oh, it closes itself.
Just lift it and it closes. How cool. How about, before you get to the questions, what's the towing capacity difference? Can we look under the door stop?
They're the same.
Really?
So the towing is the same, but this truck is about 1,300 pounds of payload, and that's 1,700 pounds. So when you load up options here, you lose a payload, which is about 400 pounds. Towing is about 11.
Do you have these little guys? Do you have the little...
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
But look, check it out. So this truck also can park itself. So it has additional sensors. Mine doesn't park by itself, so there's no sensor here, but it will beep at me if I back it up to a wall or something.
Hi, what about the questions?
So one question came from Najara, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. They're asking, hybrid costs $5,000. If you start with a base engine, which is just 6, right? Yes. Non-turbo. It's almost $5,000 to get a hybrid on top of it. And they're asking, is it worth it? Did I make up the fuel efficiency? Is it worth, did I make $5,000?
That is a great question that we answered in a video we did today over at TFL Truck or alltfl.com. go check that out. We took a small truck, new compact truck.
Yep.
The Santa Cruz, we compared it to a Frontier. We compared it to your truck, and we compared it to our long-term Cummins 2500 Ram to see which one gets the most fuel economy. So if you look at that, you will quickly learn the answer to that because you could do some relatively easy math and multiply that over a year.
Is there an issue? Okay. Sorry about the slightly bad connection. We're here at our office, but it's been really windy recently. So my answer also, additionally to that, Roman, is that I think $5,000 is a lot, and you won't be able to make it up that quickly. But you know what was the reason why I'm happy still?
Yeah.
Is because this truck is fast.
It's been one of the fastest trucks we've ever had.
Yes, 570 pound-feet of torque, 430 horsepower. Both of these have the same power numbers, no matter which one you buy. It's really fast. I can blow away some cars, some fast cars at the stoplight. So that's been really fun. Getting good efficiency in the city, it's been really fun. Powering your house has been really fun, and powering my tools. So if you add all that together, that kind of makes me happy.
I'm going to do a little Roman rant in here. I was reading all the comments that you guys left in that towing video, which was an interesting video. And like a lot of the comments are like, so we compared, like I said, your truck, right? And people are like, where is the Chevy straight six 3-liter diesel?
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, so my answer to that is quite simple. It'd be like I've been watching a lot of Star Wars. You know, I've been watching the Book of Boba Fett. I've been watching The Mandalorian. And it's like you're watching those and you're like, where's Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Where's Yoda?
Well, maybe Yoda, but where's regular?
Well, it's Grogu.
So it's like, where is Obi-Wan or where is Yoda? And the answer is, stay tuned. We'll do more videos. We can't stuff every truck into every video.
Yes.
Give us a chance to actually do more of them and line up 4 other different trucks. And so it's coming. We know. We understand that the diesels are fuel efficient. We get it. It's also a matter of timing. We have to get the trucks. It's coming. Just give us some time, please.
Exactly. And actually, in June,
Obi-Wan Kenobi's coming this Friday. Did you know that?
Hey.
Yeah.
But by the way,
Disney Plus.
This show is not brought to you by Disney
No,
Plus.
it's not.
This is not brought to you by Disney.
I just thought of it because I knew it was coming. Anyway.
Of course. So thank you for donation.
Oh,
What is it?
$2 from Old Timer.
Old Timer.
Hey, Old
Dude,
Timer, nice to see you. We really appreciate you joining us for all these live shows.
Old Timer is asking ETA on the Lightning truck.
Well, we haven't announced it yet. Once again.
Old Timer?
So, Old Timer, once again,
I think
Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming, but give us a chance. We hate to underpromise we hate to overpromise and underperform, so let's keep that.
But we announced Northern Lightning next.
No, we haven't officially announced it yet either.
Okay.
You let it slip, but we have never announced it.
I was wearing a shirt that
was supposed to tease it, Andre. The shirt was supposed to tease it. Right, that was the goal. Let's look under the hoods of these.
Okay.
All right, you get this one. I'll get them.
Okay.
I'll get the other one.
So both of these have 10-speed automatic transmissions. So the powertrains are basically identical. Both of them have four-wheel drive. Both of them have 373 rear axle ratios. Roman, do you like this? I kind of sprayed my engine bay just a little bit with some water, so I cleaned it off just a little bit.
It looks beautiful, Andre.
Oh, thanks.
It looks really, really good.
Thanks.
And if we move over here
Yes.
to the King Ranch, there's really no difference. It's identical. The powertrains are identical. You've got the same, scary orange wires that say, "Don't touch me or I'll kill you."
Yes.
And you've got the same bits and bobs that your truck has. But there is one big difference at the front. You know what that is?
What?
The headlights.
Yes, and I think some of you were asking this too. I'm jealous.
Yes.
If I could, Roman, I would, if nobody's looking, I want to swap these.
You think Ford would notice when we give this back that it's got XL headlights?
So, by the way, I was not happy. There was a question in the chat room that I was not happy with the base lights. So I actually put LED bulbs in here.
Did it help?
F-150 LED, which was also one of our sponsors in the past as well. It did help, and it's much more wider light. The old light is like yellowish, and I do have fogs. This was an option, by the way. I custom ordered these fogs here,
But you don't have those.
no, and I don't have the LED signature. I don't have this, which is cool, I think. So this is just chrome.
The C-clamp?
Yeah, let me show you.
Yeah, turn on the
Let me
C-clamp.
show you. So
this has been Ford's I see it now, Andre. It's there. Yeah.
So you see that's a really cool look with LEDs. And look at mine. Let me turn mine on.
I got to say, guys, I'm always disappointed a little bit about headlights on trucks. It seems like we're still in the dark ages. We spent $67,000 on a Ram, and you can barely see out of the thing at night.
So this is my signature.
Yeah, it's boring.
That's quite different and boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Yeah, it's not.
So that's where you get $30,000 of difference. So the grills are obviously different, right? So there's less chrome here. This is all basic plastic. There's no chrome, but I kind of like this actually. And tow hooks on both trucks. Both trucks has chin spoilers and all that stuff.
Does this have the aero chin spoiler like yours?
Yeah, it must. Let me check.
So
Yes.
These trucks have aero chin spoilers that deploy down to give you better aero on the highway, give you better fuel economy. Is that a hybrid thing, or is that a Ford thing?
No, it's just an F-150 thing.
Okay.
But you know who started it? It was Ram.
Really? They did
Ram on a lot of their trucks, they had the deployable chin spoiler, and it was a good idea. So now Ford also has it.
All right, why don't you show them, give them a tour of the inside of your truck. I'll get where's the light? We put the light somewhere.
The light is here.
All right.
Do you want to shine it?
Yeah, I'll shine it, and you give them a tour, and then we'll compare
So come over on the passenger side.
Yep, come on over.
So this is a base truck, cloth seats, basic floor like I showed you, but this was cool. I have my storage, which I actually am not using because I often have this third seat folded down. But you know what, Roman? This came in really useful. For example, going to like a baseball game or a soccer game where we had more people coming. This has come in very useful. It has a seat belt. And then let me start it. Where's my key?
Oh, don't worry about starting it. It's okay.
Well,
you want to show the screen? It's okay.
going to be complicated.
Yeah, it's going to be complicated.
But small screen.
Yeah.
Smallish screen. But like I was saying, I do have automatic climate control system. I do have my nice plug over here. And I have four-wheel drive high, low. Because this is an FX4, I do have a locker. But I don't have automatic mode, dude. No four-wheel drive auto.
What's that little camera that you put up there?
Oh, I was worried about theft.
Yeah.
It's my dash cam.
Oh.
So I plug it in. Boom. See, it's coming on. This is not brought to you by Type S.
You just haven't used the Type S?
I just bought it. And it kind of records, always records.
Okay. Do you use it? Have you found it valuable?
Not really.
No.
But I think it's kind of like a deterrent, you know?
Okay.
So
all right, well, let's jump in.
hoping.
Let's jump in the more expensive King Ranch. Uh-oh. What happened here, Andre?
I'm sorry, my better half.
Oh, your wife?
My better half was driving and she clipped something.
Your wife clipped something with that. It's not bad. It could be worse, you know? That's one of those where you just go, honey, don't worry about it.
Yes.
Accidents happen if you want to have a good life. And move on and just quietly fix it.
Yeah, let's show inside here.
Oh my, this is a much more snazzy interior, Andre. Are those seats that recline all the way?
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and also these seats. Look at the leather difference.
Hey, don't do it. You'll have you lying down. People know.
This has a premium stereo system from B&O.
In the headrest. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, also the speaker in the headrest.
Yeah.
This has massage. And also, dude, I can... I'm not going to start it. I'm just going to do the accessory here.
Look at the size of that screen. It's enormous.
Yeah, this is the 12-inch screen that's also available in their electric truck now. Let me show you here. Let me fire up my massage. Oh, yes. There you go. See?
I want to say those seats recline like 80 different ways. Or is it 30? It's either 30 or 80. One of those two. They do.
It's a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And then it does this. Obviously, there's no third seat here, right? So it folds this. You can do this. You can put your lunch or your laptop here. That's pretty nice. You got storage down here. And also the sunroof, dude. Panoramic sunroof. Really nice headliner, speakers in the ceiling. This has like 18 speakers.
So, but all that speakerage costs you, what, 400 pounds of payload?
At least, yeah, basically 400 pounds.
If you were to do it again, would you save the 30K and get the King Ranch, or would you? Spend the 30K and get the King Ranch, or save the 30K and get yours.
I would. So, I would. The only thing I would change on mine is I would like the LED signature lights on mine, and I think I would like the 4 auto. But
The rest of it is
the
just
rest of
bells
it.
and whistles. You can
The
live
rest
without.
of it I could live without.
All right, so let's talk about the Ford lineup. Right, it goes XL, XLT,
Lariat.
and then it gets weird because it's like King Ranch,
King Ranch and Platinum are in the same space,
and then Limited at the
Yeah.
top. Yeah,
and of course there's the Raptor.
yeah.
Right, the Raptor is the off-road truck that's kind of stands by itself.
So where do the LEDs come in? How high do you have to go up the product range? If anybody can
I think-
Google that out there, it'd be great.
I think maybe XLT plus like a premium can have it, or Lariat has it.
Okay,
So the XL just doesn't.
yeah. So you got to go at least.
You know, there was a big controversy when I was ordering my truck. We were talking on some of these live shows, and you were telling me, Andre, just get the XLT. You know, pay a couple more grand, and then you'll get nicer stuff. And I didn't listen to you. So
You regret not listening to me, or are you happy? I won't
I'm
be.
mostly happy.
There you go. I won't be offended either way, Andre. All right, well, I've got a couple more questions I want to ask Andre about his truck. So sometimes, Andre, as we have figured out, your better half drives the truck.
Yes.
How does she like it?
So she likes it quite well, but she's coming out of now a BMW i3,
That's a big change.
which is this small, you know, this high, and this is a little bit bigger for her. But you know what I tell her, you have a lot of glass, you know, big mirrors. Well, and then she hit the mirror, of course. but so the visibility is okay, but the turning radius sucks
That's an issue.
because she's used to the BMW i3,
Yeah.
right? So by that standard, this has a battleship turning radius. I mean,
But let me ask you this: if there's snow on the ground, or if there's a snowstorm coming, she'd rather
she
have
steals
that.
this from me.
Okay, I
Yes.
figured. Yeah. How is it in the snow?
Great.
Yeah.
I was worried about these tires. These tires are not very aggressive, the ATRs, Scorpions, but they're actually okay. Okay in the winter. Not maybe the best, but they're okay. They do just fine. But I do wish my next project, Roman, is a leveling kit and bigger tires.
Yeah, make it a little bit more off-roady.
Macho.
So let's talk about, the reason that people, and we brought this up already, but we should do some more deep diving into this. The reason that people buy these hybrids is for fuel economy. And yet the rub always is it's either eco or boost, right? It's never one or the other. So if you looked at on that video, and we won't give it away what you got on the highway, you did really well. Mm-hmm. But if you're driving around every day, what kind of fuel economy are you getting? What number? So
my lifetime economy, and I also had another video on this, is just about 21 and a half.
So from a 1970s perspective,
it's good.
From a 2022 perspective, let's say that ZR2 back there, right? We're getting 17-ish,
16 to 17.
So you're getting like 4 mpg better.
Yeah, and that's a lifted truck on big massive tires. The TRX gets like 13.
Yeah, that's a whole different world. But now when you start comparing it to the Lightning or to the Rivian or to some of the other trucks.
It's not great. Oh, we have another super chat.
Michael Roy from Canada, $10.
Thank you, Michael. Much appreciated. Andre, while you look at the questions, you want to answer some questions? I'll keep kind of talking because I'm sure there's some questions people have. There's a very specific reason, an old timer, you probably know why we have this truck. We're going to have it for the next 3 months, hopefully, for an epic road trip we'll be doing with it. This is going to be our support truck, so I just want to thank Ford for lending us a truck that has onboard power, which can be used for some other things as well, besides, working tools.
Yeah, totally, which is very useful, as we already showed.
Yeah, so any questions?
So yeah, there are a couple of people, by the way, thank you. They did look it up. So LEDs come with XLT luxury pack. So if you order that 402A, I believe, you can get those LEDs on here.
Only Andre would know it's 402A. Congratulations.
Well, somebody also wrote that down. But I don't know, Ford has these codes.
I remember our old Raptor was 802B or something.
Yeah. So there's also a question about why don't they make, or do they make, a two-door hybrid? The answer is no. So I'm not sure why, but it would be nice for a working type situation, right?
Yeah. So the thing about Ford is that they're really the only manufacturer right now that's making a hybrid, right? And that's why I'm a little concerned because I know Toyota makes one, so Toyota makes a hybrid as well.
But it's still almost not on sale.
Yeah,
The Tundra hybrid is just reaching dealers.
but the one that I'm really curious about is, look, we seem to have gone from big old V8 power trucks to hybrids, right, to electric trucks. But what's missing? The plug-in hybrid. That to me seems like the sweet spot for trucks because with the plug-in hybrid, you get the best of both worlds, right? You get the power and the range to tow, and then you get the driving around town electricity to not have to use any, and then you get the discount, right? The federal discount. So where are the plug-in hybrid trucks? The PHEVs.
I would expect Toyota to do one.
I would expect Ram to do one. Right, because there's word out there that they're going to be hopefully doing one.
Well, the Revolution truck, which is their electric truck, is rumored to have a range extender.
Okay.
So maybe that's also
So
coming.
that's like your i3. So the difference between a range extender and plug-in hybrid is plug-in hybrid would be like the 4xe, which is the Jeep Wrangler. So basically, you've got a battery that maybe has 20 miles of range, and when it runs out, the engine turns on.
Takes over.
But you can drive it as a hybrid. A range extender is basically an electric vehicle, and then when you run out of juice, you have a little bit of a small power plant to get you to the charging station. So not enough necessarily to power the truck and drive it around. It's just meant to give you a little bit more range to get
extending your range.
Right, and that's a big difference because I know in your i3 we did a video where we ran out of power and then tried to drive it up a mountain, and that did not go well.
No, it went very slowly. It was very painful.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great question. The hybrids are here. Remember when GM did in 2005, they did their hybrid? Their Tahoes were hybrid, and that was kind of early technology that didn't really catch on. So,
but those were so mild, they were almost
they're very
silly.
mild. Yeah.
So tell me about the two different blues.
They're both blue, Roman.
They are both
Can you
blue.
tell?
Well, that's antimatter blue.
So yeah, this is antimatter. The Ford also has a color called Atlas blue, which is not this. That's Velocity, and this is my favorite because it's kind of the brightest. That's why I ordered it. I wanted the brightest pop on the blue.
All right, and before we wrap this up, Andre, so 14,000 miles, let's talk about reliability and longevity. Have you had any issues with the truck? And if so, what were they and how much were they to fix?
So no issues to fix with money. I had 2 engine lights come on.
Okay.
Both were during the winter months when it was really cold, and both kind of coincided with me filling up for some reason. And the code was
it check engine?
It was a check engine light both times. It was a misfire. That was the code. And after about a few miles, the engine, it went away.
Okay, so nothing you had to take it into the dealership
No,
for?
and I was a little worried about because I hate misfires,
because that's another story with our F-250 Tremor.
The engine can damage the engine, right? So, but apparently it may have been slightly bad fuel, maybe cold temperature. That was my only hiccup. Did not have to fix it. This does have some recalls. So there's a recall currently open that I haven't addressed yet. I believe one of them is for wiring on a trailer brake controller. And I think there's another one they're both kind of minor. There's a recall on the wiper motor. Apparently the wiper motor can malfunction, and I haven't addressed it yet. I need to take it to the dealer.
All right, and then the other question I have is, obviously you tow a boat, which weighs what? It's a jet ski boat.
It's a ski boat.
Yeah.
It's a ski boat, which is about 6,000 pounds.
And how does it tow?
Great.
Okay.
It's amazing. So in tow haul mode, it actually doesn't switch to electric power only.
Okay.
Sometimes I tow in normal mode, and I don't tell anybody because I can kind of cruise with my engine shut off. Don't try it at home. But it tows awesome because the power is here, dude.
Jay, any questions we should answer before we wrap this up?
Let me look.
Why don't you go look,
We
Andre?
have another donation from Andrew Barley.
Thank you, Andrew, for the donation. Much appreciated.
Putting his Cummins.
So thank you. We're always grateful for those.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously all your help helps, and even $5 goes a long way because it adds up, right? So we really appreciate it. Andrew sent us an email, and we put his Dodge.
That barely gets you a gallon of gas nowadays.
Only a gallon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew.
But you can go 20 miles, so you got 20 miles of
21 and a half.
Thank you to Andrew.
So to wrap up, is the hybrid worth it? I would say, long term it will be.
Yeah.
After several years, I don't think I paid back I did not make my money back, right now after 14,000 miles. I think in the long run, if you keep your truck for a long time, it could be. By the way, the electrical components are warranted for 8 years because a lot of you are probably worried about the battery because it has 1.5 kilowatt hours, about the wiring, about the motors. So those components are warranted for 8 years and 100,000 miles. So it should be okay.
All right. Well, I think that's.
Also, thank Gary.
Oh, thank you, Gary. Another donation. How much?
$2.
$2. Thank you, Gary. $2 Chuck. If that's the thing.
So Gary suggesting a name for an obstacle at Tumbleweed Range.
What is that?
Tommy's Timeout.
Okay.
Tommy has been stuck in his gully.
Yeah, we're going to be naming those pretty soon because we got a lot of great suggestions from you guys. So thank you very much. We've had a poll running on off-road to figure out. All right, well, guys, thank you for this time you spent with us. I want to do this again because I remember I saw a comment. Somebody said that they missed a live show, so I wanted to go back and bring these back to life. And hopefully we'll do some more in the near future.
Yeah, so it's not super easy for us to do because we travel a lot to some events as well. Next week I'll be in Texas at the Toyota event.
And I'll be in Europe.
So yeah, you have a trip there.
Yep.
So it's not always possible for us to do it every week, but we'll try really hard. And on TFLnow, we have a lot of news. We're always publishing there. So stay tuned.
See you guys next time. Ciao.